everyone, TNT Moto here. Alright, so no, we're not working on the bike yet, but it is coming soon. We're actually going to be reviewing another product today. This one, I actually received a message quite some time ago, probably getting close to about a year before the whole pandemic started, and a company asked if I would be interested in reviewing one of their products, and they would send it to me. And after I had finished reviewing it, I would get to keep the product. I'm not receiving any financial compensation. I just get to keep the product that they sent to me. So this product is called the Endosnake. It is a flexible camera that you hook up to USB. All right, so let's open it up and have a look and see what we got inside. Comes in a nice little case here, zipped up case. So in the top, we've got what is more than likely some instructions on how to use this. Now let's just open it up and have a look. So 3 steps to get started. Step 1, go to endosnake.com/how-to and watch the how-to videos. Step 2, install one of the apps listed on the how-to page. Step 3, plug in your Endosnake and start using it. Well, that sounds pretty simple to me. It comes with a USB 2 plug, a micro USB, and USB-C adapter. So that pretty much covers everything that you would need for USB. Let's just put that right back in there. So here is the camera itself. There's your camera end. This is your ability to adjust the light that I'll show you here when I plug it in, right there, this dial. And this button here is used to take pictures, snapshots. It also includes a small package of tools that you can use with your camera. Let's have a look inside this package here and see what you get. Okay, well, you get 3 pieces of the connector that slides over top of your camera as extras in case you break the ones that are mounted on the tools. You get a magnet. Show you how these connect. They simply slide over top of the camera like that, and then you squeeze it together and that snaps it in place over top. So let's see how powerful this magnet is. Well, look at that. It picks up the other 2 tools no problem. The second tool is a small hook to be able to hook something and lift it out. And the third tool is a very small mirror. And I can actually see a reflection in there, so that's good. Alright, so let's take the camera over to the other bench and I'm going to show you what I would use this for. Alright guys, so I'm now going to hook the Endosnake up to the USB on my computer. I've got a cable coming out of my computer here. Simply plug it in and on go the LED light. You got a controller on here that you can adjust the brightness of your LED light all the way down to nothing and then all the way back up to the super bright setting. So now on a Windows-based computer, you simply go over to here. This is Windows 10. Go to your start menu and you can click on camera right there and it should show it right away. And there it is. It comes up as Super Eyes is what it's called. And now I'll just rotate it a little bit here. Okay. Let's aim it down. Let's go in for a close look. It's a little bit grainy right now, but as you get it closer to what it is that you're looking at, the clarity really starts to improve. I mean, you can see the dust all over my keyboard, and we're all the way down to where it reads caps lock. We're going to adjust the lighting on the controller here and just have a look at what happens here. I think the highest light is probably going to give you the best resolution. Oh, we turned it down a little bit there. And yeah, the resolution's getting a little bit grainier. So the highest lighting, you get a little bit of a glare. Turn it down a little bit. There's almost like a sweet spot with the LED light where it's looking clearer and clearer. Okay, so now we're going to move over to what I will be utilizing this camera for. And that is going to be looking inside engine cylinders before I go about purchasing a bike. So when you go to purchase a bike, it's more than likely that the owner of the bike, if the bike is currently in running condition, is not going to allow you to pull the cylinder off to have a look inside and see if the inside of the cylinder is scratched or scorched or pitted or has had any detonation or lean situation. All right. He's not going to want you to see inside there by being that intrusive in removing the cylinder. But he shouldn't have a problem with you pulling the spark plug out and just having a look inside with your handy dandy little borescope camera. So let's have a look down in here. Now, I wanted to have a piston inside this cylinder when I showed you this, but unfortunately I don't have a piston lying around, and I'm not able to really open up one of my other bikes right now and be able to get it. So this is a bit of a simulation by having the cylinder on the workbench. So let's just go over top. Oh, look at that. That is nice. Now let's just start going down inside there. Have a look at that. Look at the image quality of the threading. Even just the threading of the spark plug hole. I mean, if you think about it, if your threading is stripped, you know, you can lose compression, and it could mean you got to go out and find a new head. If you're dealing with an older bike, sometimes finding a new head can be costly. Yeah, you could get your cylinder head reworked and get threading put back in, but it's another cost. Okay, so now we're going to get down inside the cylinder and have a look at that. Have a look at the cylinder wall. Look at that. Look at that. I can still see the cross hatching. Can you guys see that? Can you see the cross hatching on that cylinder? That looks pretty darn good. I'll keep moving around. That could be pitting in the side of the cylinder, but it's more than likely just some dirt and debris from this cylinder sitting around. You can have a look at the ports there. That is the exhaust port. You can see if the exhaust bridge is in good shape. Let's see if I can get this down a little bit further. Look at that. You can see the power valves. Look at the edge of the power valves. There's not a lot of buildup in there. Okay, have a look at that one. Not a lot of buildup in there. Okay, so now we're down. We're going to go over to the intake side. Can't really see a lot of what's going on the intake side because we can't turn this. So let's take this out. But you can see that there's no gouging on the ports of the side of the cylinder at all. So the piston hasn't caught anywhere. So that's good. That's really good. Okay, I'm quite impressed. All right, guys, so we're on Endosnake's website. We're looking at the price they're asking, $49.99. I would imagine that's USD. Free delivery, money back guarantee of 90 days if you're unhappy with the product. So I guess the question is, am I happy with the product after the review that I've done for what I will be using the product for, and would I pay that price? I can honestly say I would. I would pay that price. The value for a piece of equipment like this, in me using it to inspect motorcycle engines prior to purchasing a bike, is huge. It can save me from buying some disasters, which a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I did buy a disaster. I bought an XR 250 that I was told had simply an issue with the Kickstarter, and it turned out that the engine was completely seized. I had to buy it very quickly because other people were coming over to purchase it, and the purchase price, I was even able to sell the parts off for what I bought it for, but that was not my intent when I bought the bike. I actually wanted to fix it all up and give it to my son. Then it turned out when I pulled the cylinder off, the piston was completely melted. It had totally destroyed the cylinder itself, and then parts of the piston had dropped into the bottom of the case, smashed the case apart, and then just went crazy down in the transmission and destroyed everything. So in the end, the bike had no value at all. Fortunately, I was able to sell it for what I purchased it for, but it took a long time to get my money back. So yes, this is going to be a very handy piece of equipment for me, and I do recommend that if you don't have one of these and you're looking to get something like this, maybe not even for motorcycles, maybe for what its original design and purpose was gun barrels, or maybe you just simply want it because you find that you drop stuff in areas where you can't get at it and you need to be able to look for it. This type of device is a great added addition to anybody's workshop and tools. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the review of the Endosnake borescope. I hope this review was informative for you and offers you some insight on these type of products and makes it possible for you to make the right decision on whether or not you want to add it to your toolbox. So until next time, I will catch you next video.